Cockiness versus confidence. So in this video, we're going to discuss the importance of understanding how to be confident rather than being cocky. All right, so this is a very common phrase that I heard a ton throughout my journey growing up in baseball. So I'll lay out some obstacles you will face when you're not only confident, but also some obstacles when being confident, right? So cockiness, that confidence, there's a lot of misconceptions on what that is. So throughout my 7 years of professional baseball, I've witnessed firsthand very confident individuals, right? And these individuals, right, they're very the type of leaders, ultimately. They're like a Derek Jeter right there. They're a voice of the team. It's kind of like that heartbeat of that team, the laughter and the joy of the team. They'll pull pranks on each other. Ultimately, that is a leader who's very confident in their abilities on and off the team. Also, or on and off the field, I should say. And also, I've witnessed some firsthand very cocky individuals, right? And these people are never really fun too much to be around, right? They're always looking after themselves. They're wanting the best for only one person on the team, and they really fail to understand that key component, which is ultimately the team, right? So that's really, really important. So let's get into it, guys. Let's set the scene, right? So you're a varsity high school baseball player, and you think you're a hot shot, right? All right, so you're wearing all the swag, you're wearing all the leg guards, you have all that swag, right? So you're dripped out, you're looking good. It really embodies that phrase of look good, feel good, play good, right? So that's what you feel, right? And unfortunately, this gets to your head, which it happens to a lot of individuals in any type of sports. Maybe you're looking too good and not necessarily playing too good, right? So, and you start acting a certain way because of how you dress, how you basically go about your business, right? So, and maybe I'm not, talking specifically about you, right? This is important, right? But this can happen a lot during those high school years while you're on varsity. You're gonna see a lot of players, land that college commitment. It gets to their head. They think they're a hot shot. They think they're the best player on the team. And how you deal with that and also how they deal with that are two completely, different things that, it just can happen, guys. These high school baseball players wearing all the leg guards, all the gear, sometimes that can kind of lead to that cockiness side of things. So yeah, we all know that one player who thinks very, very highly of themselves, right? It might be on your team, it might be on another team. And the way that they go about their work, they're incredibly cocky, right? In their mannerisms, the way that they speak to their teammates, their coaches, they think they're a top G, right? When it comes to their playing and the performance on the field, though, not so great, right? So we know that they're maybe putting too much emphasis on how they look rather than how they play. And as a teammate, you want, a good player, not necessarily a good looking player. So I'm going to share with you on how to not become this type of player and teammate. So, and how to become the confident one who is also the leader on the team, right? So we've all heard it before, confidence over cockiness, right? But how do we draw that line? Ultimately, how can you tell the difference? This is something that's very hard and challenging because especially with like parents and coaches, they'll look at a certain player and just very quickly label them as, oh, he's cocky. He thinks too much of himself. He's really not that good. He walks a certain way. He hits a certain way. He has a certain stance. He thinks he's so good, right? This could come off as like a jealous parent, a jealous coach, right? Don't think of it too much like that. What you really should be thinking about is really what kind of person they are. And as a teammate, you probably know, right? So, and there's some gray area in drawing that line, in understanding if someone's cockiness, or if someone's cocky, or if they're confident, right? So to some, a very confident individual seems cocky. Like I just mentioned, those coaches and parents very quickly will just put them in the bucket of that person's very cocky. Others think a cocky individual seems confident, right? It goes both ways, really. So when it boils down to it, you want to have trust in yourself and in your abilities on the field. If you don't have that trust and that belief in yourself, you will have a very difficult time showing everyone what kind of baseball player you are. You're not going to perform to the best of your ability. You're not going to perform in front of D1 coaches that are sometimes there to watch you, right? So you want to be very, very confident in yourself. And we don't necessarily want the cockiness, right? We want to make sure that we're very confident in how we play the game and we go about our business a certain way baseball is a tricky game, right? There's a lot of failures. We need to make sure that when we have some type of success, it doesn't go to our head. We want to make sure that we're a very confident individual. So why, you might ask, right? It's because it's a very mental game, right? Your mentality dictates your performance a lot of the times in baseball, and you want to play good, right? You want to land a college commitment. You want to be able to play at that next level. So why not just be cocky, right? Why not, right? Well, I'll tell you why. So why not just show up, everyone, right? I mean, maybe not the best picture because I think that bat flip made so much noise in the game of baseball, but you know, there are a lot of young players right now showboating, bat flipping like crazy in not necessarily the right environment, and that is labeled as, oh, this player is just all about showboating and cockiness and whatever. But why not just show up, everyone? You know, why not just disrespect your teammates and your coaches, right? Because you could go about that in that way. So why not go about it that way? Well, college coaches are going to be able to see that. Your high school, your travel ball coaches, everyone's going to be able to see that. You don't want to be that teammate. So by being a cocky teammate, you play very selfish. And that's never fun, being on the other side of things, right? If you're the teammate that you're disrespecting, it's never fun to be in their shoes, right? So you only care about your stats. That's never fun, you know, to be a teammate of an individual like that. They only care about their future, right? And if you're a teammate and your teammate is that cocky one, they only care about their future, right? And they only care about their offers from their D1 schools that they're communicating with, and they make sure to let everyone know. Never really fun, right? And they don't care about that team chemistry. Team chemistry is huge in the game of baseball, and you want to make sure that you're not ever going to be the one taking that away from anyone. So if you guys win or lose a game, that type of individual, the cocky individual, never really cares about that. You have a hard time zooming out and seeing the big picture, right? So if that teammate is very cocky, they don't really see the bigger picture of establishing good friendships and teammates along the way on their baseball journey, winning a lot of baseball games, and ultimately growing alongside your teammates. Cocky players typically are a cancer to the team. And the number one thing that college coaches make sure not to include on their roster is a cancer, because that could bring down the whole chemistry of the players, right? So team chemistry plays a huge part when you're dealing with winning a conference at a Power 5 school, right? So I went to NC State University, and there were some individuals that thought too highly of themselves, and really quickly, my coaches at NC State made sure to kind of like close that gap, right? We wanted to make sure that we had one vision, one goal, and that's to win as many baseball games as possible. And I would assume that if you're listening to this video, you want to play D1 baseball. And if you're already on varsity, you want to play at the next level, and you need that guidance to get there, really. You know the work that needs to be done, but you just need a little bit more guidance. So if you want to work with me, head over to MendozabaseballAcademy.com to learn more on how I can help you. So let's look on the other side of things, right? So you're a very confident individual. Your teammates will, leech onto you, quite literally. They want your success, but then also they can feel you helping them out equally as much. So your teammates will also look up to you. And because even though you're one of the better players on the team, you go about it the right way. And nobody likes that player who's really good and doesn't care about the wellness of the entire team, right? It's a unit. So now I totally get it. You're a high school baseball player and you're now on varsity. You want to play at the next level. You don't know what next steps you need to take to get there. That's where I come in, guys. So I help my high school baseball players who are currently on varsity bridge the gap into college baseball, making sure that I'm giving you like structured programs that you can trust to develop physically and mentally. So while incorporating this recruitment resources that I provide to you inside some of my courses. So to finally learn that college commitment, I only work with serious high school baseball players who truly want to play baseball at the next level. So if you ever feel stuck because you have a lack of a great coach, maybe you're trying to overcome a confidence slump. This one's a huge one, guys. A lot of high school baseball players just has the ups and downs of the game. Sometimes you just need to overcome that confidence slump. Or maybe you just need a little help understanding the mental struggles that come with this game. So if that sounds like you, head over to MendozabaseballAcademy.com, and from there, you're able to book a call with me, if you qualify for my academy, of course. So we can go over your exact situation as a varsity high school baseball player, and how I can help you bridge that gap into college athletics.